Well, I guess he did tell us. I don't know. What you don't know, we don't know what we got. What's going on, people? What's going on, people, man? Had a little bit of delay, as you already know. It usually comes down to being my fault. But I'm your host, K Styles, aka the Six Man. Um, to my screen right, we have the Senator, Mad Mike Sports.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Um, since everything got rearranged, we're going all the way to the left side of the screen. That is the Don, aka El Grande. What's happening, man?
That's good with y'all.
And right below him, we have the Minister, Jew Talk Sports.
What up? What up?
And we have a special guest today, man. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the people, man.
Ping A, we talking about you, man.
Yeah, Big A, it's all you. What's going on?
I don't know if you can hear.
His mic. Yeah, kind of out. I think his thing went out.
Okay,
Hold on. His mic is.
all right, all right. So, like you said, got our special guest. Outside of that, fellas, how y'all doing this evening, man? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
All
Feeling good, man. Blessed.
right, that's good. That's good. Um, since we already
I
know
hear
this,
you. I don't hear nobody else.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you can't hear any of us? Oh,
Can you hear
that's
me?
good. Just go tell him to go back out. Come back in.
Hold on. I'm gonna let him. All right, let me. All right, I got him.
well, all right. So we give a shout out to the people that's in the chat. I know folks been waiting. We got Leo in the building. We got A137 Sauce, John St. Clair. We got Ultra Shadow 97,
All right.
Maurice Martin.
I don't know why I can't hear any of y'all.
Can you? You can't still can't hear?
Still can't hear us.
Just tell him to go out, in and out. Tell him
Uh,
to go
Yeah.
back out.
Ray Murphy and Xavier Littman. Yeah, like I said, we are a little bit late today. Like I said, usually the lateness is K Styles' fault. Long ass day. So, but like I said, got up to do this thing with y'all. So, fellas, we got the Atlanta Falcons bye week. Um, you know how they always say it's good for a team to go into a bye week with a dub. Um, y'all got any thoughts on the team? What how y'all feeling right now? And for the people that's watching right now, y'all go ahead and put y'all questions in. Put your questions in, what you want to ask the panel, because this is pretty much kind of like a free flow show, free for all. So, fellas, do y'all got anything y'all want to talk about as far as how y'all feeling about the dub and going into this bye week with a dub on a positive note? What's y'all thoughts?
Most definitely. I kick us off, Kate. So I mean, in regards to the Falcons going into the bye week, like you said, man, you always want to go into the bye week with momentum. So I think we played an excellent game. We're going into the bye week with confidence, and I really feel like this is a chance for the Falcons to get healthy. We know that Darnell Mooney has been battling injuries all since training camp. You have AJ Terrell, who's been out the last two games with that hamstring injury. So, you probably at least get AJ back definitely after the bye week. We're gonna need him going up against the Buffalo Bills. You want to be at full strength. It'll be a Monday night game at home, but I'm proud of this team, man. I'm proud of how we bounced back 2-2. Everybody said the Falcons have a tough schedule. It was going to be a tough first 4 games of the season. You're at 500. If I were to give the Falcons a grade, I would give them a B minus, B minus C plus, because I really feel like the Carolina game, we know that we could have played a lot better. We could easily be sitting at 3-1 if we played better in that game. But like I said, you got to take what you can get at this point. We're going into the bye on the right foot. So now it's just time to clean up some things, work on yourself, get some rest, get guys back healthy, and look forward to 2 weeks where you can plan for this Buffalo Bills team. You can sit there and watch their game this week, and then you got pretty much another full week to prepare for them. So, I think that the Falcons right now are sitting in a good position because right now you're only 1 game behind the Bucks, who's 3-1. We're sitting at 2-2. You got a game this week against Seattle in Seattle. So if they fall to Seattle somehow, some way, they sitting at 3-2. We win our game against Buffalo. We right there neck and neck with them. So we just got to focus on ourselves being 1-0. So like I said, we're sitting in a good position right now. We just got to stay focused, and that these guys got to take it serious. Every week we got to play the same way we played against Washington, and it's about creating some consistency because we seeing up and down, up and down. I just want to see this team kind of level off and take off and kind of be more consistent week in and week out. We can't have the super highs and then the super lows. If you're gonna be a good football team, you gotta have some type of consistency.
Okay. Don, you want to go ahead and follow that up, man? How you feeling going into this bye?
I feel, I don't know, man. Like I said, this is a way. I really hope the team use this bye to kind of regroup and reevaluate everything. Yeah, we went out and we beat Washington. A team who was just in the NFC Championship game last year. So I don't take it. I don't take that win light. But at the same time, I still want to see consistency. Like the only way I'm going to see that, I really want to see how we play in this Bills. Even even if we lose this game after the bye week, as long as we don't go out there and just lay another goose egg, man, I'll be fine. We put up a fight. But
Okay.
again, man, I'm just, you know, we hopefully we'll be getting a couple players back after the bye week, and we just see where we go from there, man. But he hit on every good point.
Okay. Go ahead, Mike, man. What's your thoughts on the same question?
I want to sit.
Here we go.
I want to sit. Fuck Raheem until I actually goddamn see it. Period. Point blank. All right, I got my 5 cussing words out.
Oh Lord. So basically go cuss right here more top till he loses.
No, I just won't believe in him. That's all. I ain't got to cuss him
Okay.
out.
Okay. All right, peg game, man. What's going on with you, man? Can you hear us?
What's up?
All right, man. Not much, man.
Tell us about your bullshit ass Detroit Lions. Just go ahead and tell us about your bullshit ass Detroit Lions. Just do us a favor.
Uh,
And by the way, I have
what
not
was that?
forgiven y'all for losing that damn game. I haven't forgotten about it. But I'm gonna just leave it alone right now.
What was that question about them Falcons though?
Hey, leave our Falcons alone.
No, I didn't hear
Oh
the question. What was y'all
no,
question about the
no,
Falcons?
no. The pretty much question was just the feeling going into the bye week, and was it good? And kind of was it a good thing going into it with a W?
Well, shoot, you
Uh,
got a rookie, you got a young quarterback who is developing, and we all know in the NFL, after looking at JJ McCarthy, inconsistency is a young quarterback's, that's just their growing pains. And I mean, Penix is looking good out there. I know he did a repeat of the national championship game and threw it exactly identical to Michael Sanders still in the national championship game. It looked like the same damn play
It sure
that
do,
Michael
man.
Sanders still picked off. But I like Penix. I like Penix though. I liked him at Washington. I like him in Atlanta. I think that's a good place for him there. He just needs to, get his feet underneath him with his team, man. I think they got some good weapons for him. It's going to take them some time to gel going into this bye early in the season. You guys got that 2-2 is really like 3-1 right now because you got that extra game in,
mm,
in the season. You got 17 playing weeks now, so you got that extra game. So a 2-2 kind of is like a 3-1 low key.
mm,
So it really doesn't tell the tale just yet. So Falcons is in there, man. The Bucks. I know Baker. People love Baker Mayfield and stuff, but that division is can be had.
mm.
That division can be had. So the Falcons is in it. They're going to be in it, man. I know a lot of people probably outside of Georgia don't see that. I think they got that. They're going to be right there for getting that division. That when it's all said and done, they just need to keep this guy healthy.
Yeah, that definitely is a fact. And as Don said, you're a Detroit Lions fan, my brother.
Yes, sir.
How you feel about Aiden Hutchinson being back, man?
Hold
We
on,
need.
hold on. I got a better question. I gotta be rude. I have to be rude. I gotta get this off my chest real quick though. So I want your unbiased and biased opinion about
Okay.
this because this has been a topic throughout NFL fandom. So you have Gibbs and Montgomery, and we have Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. And your honest opinion, who would you go with? Biased and unbiased opinion, and whichever route you want to go. Which one of those groups are you going with? If you
That's a
weren't,
hard.
if
Woo.
you weren't a Detroit Lions fan.
That is a hard one, bro. That's not even a. That's a hard one, man. I would pick. I think Atlanta got the better. Got the two better backs. Gibbs is all world, man, but Montgomery's playing. He showed a little bit of burst of speed that I hadn't seen. Now, if he play like
Mm-hmm.
that more
Yep.
consistently, if he
Mm-hmm.
runs like that more consistently, I'm gonna pick him and Gibbs. But that was just 1 week, so I can't base it off of 1 week.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
So Bijan Robinson, man, I think they got the better skill. Now,
Right.
as far as scheme and play calling and all of that, the Detroit Lions put their guys in. I think it's just the fact that they got the passing game that kind of
Mm-hmm.
dictates, how they can set up their run. But those guys in Atlanta drafting some players, man. Like don't like these players are not weak on the Falcons squad. They picking up, these guys was all world in college. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that Atlanta backfield is dangerous.
Yeah.
Any team in the NFL will be like, yeah, give us those two. You want to, let those two guys go. We'll take them. So you're talking about the best of the best. It's like, yeah, I say Atlanta got the two,
Mm.
uh, the
Oh,
two
okay.
best backs compared to Gibbs and Montgomery. And if Montgomery continue to show speed like he just showed last week, then I'll change that. But if he's just doing those short yardage situations and stuff like that, I'll pick the two Atlanta backs.
Because what was the feeling? What was the feeling like in that year when they did get Gibbs? Because I know right around that time in the draft, I think a lot of people didn't really see Gibbs. They saw Gibbs as a first round talent, but they didn't think that he would get picked up in the spot that he get to. So, how was the temperature in the room when he found out that Lions drafted Gibbs in that
They
top
didn't like
13?
it. Detroit fans didn't like it. They thought, they
Mm,
could have got him later. I'm like, I don't think that.
no.
Watching the SEC and seeing Gibbs that year, it kind of reminded me of Justice Hayes. Not that they play alike, but you just saw flashes on the screen like, hey man, this guy got some talent, man. This guy can really run in between the tackles, and this guy could burst. And Gibbs was bursting off the screen like that with Atlanta. So when they picked him, I was like, that's what we need. We need a home run hitter. We need a guy that can, stretch the field in one play. And the Lion fans, they just didn't see that. So they weren't really pleased with picking him up. They'll probably change their tune now. But at the time, we could look at the tweets and look at the messages that people left, time stamped them. People were not happy with that pick.
But y'all need it, like, because the thing is with Dan Campbell, he run that same style of offense that Sean Payton runs, and when he was in New Orleans and now he in
That's
Denver.
right.
Payton had to have him a running back. If he does not have a running back, his offense is not going to be able to run well. The air game is not going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
True.
But got a question here. Keyshawn Vlad said, "Would y'all be in favor of trading for Colts wide receiver Josh Downs?" I guess that's either team.
Look, man,
Well. Really, Detroit really can't do it because the simple fact that they pretty much got their wide receivers locked up for the next few years.
Man, they paid everybody.
Right.
Yeah, but for
What
the
are you saying
Falcons
Falcons,
can
about?
make some
Yeah.
moves, but why? I guess the Falcons could do it, but they might be comfortable with what they already have. Y'all got an
mhm,
awesome tight end.
I'm not even worried about adding those shiny new toys here in Atlanta. If with this coaching staff, all they gonna do is smoke it up.
Yeah,
right?
I'm
yeah,
they're gonna smoke it up. They're gonna mess it up.
Yeah, like I said, I think at this point, the Falcons and Drew's been saying this for the last couple of weeks. The Falcons' identity right now is Bijan and Tyler, and I don't really think adding to the wide receiver room is really going to do anything
Mm-hmm.
any different. Um, is that the point, Drew? Right there, embrace the identity.
You're right on point with that. We need to learn how to use the weapons we got. Last week, I saw what I needed to see, man. I saw what I needed to see. Pitts, if y'all go watch my last video I dropped, the four pillars, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan, Penix. That's your young nucleus, your core. Pay them guys, learn how to use those guys. Everything runs through them. Everybody else, y'all are ancillary pieces. Mooney, Ray McLeod, all of them guys, replaceable. But the four pillars, the guys we drafted in the last four drafts, as King Game said, we drafted some dogs the last 4 years. All of them guys need to be paid. That's your young nucleus. Zach Robinson, when you script and plays, those are the guys you script and plays for. Everybody else fill in the gaps. But Kyle Pitts, Bijan, Algier, embrace that identity. You still gonna pass the ball, but you're gonna do it off of Bijan Robinson being and Tyler Algier being the focal point in the offensive line. I was looking at some film, and I'll be done. Go look at the film from last week. The offensive line, masterful job. That's teaching tape. Even Wilkinson, I keep forgetting that Elijah Wilkinson's even out there because dude playing like he Caleb McGarrett.
Exactly. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody quiet on Wilkerson.
like you said, when you don't hear nobody, no offensive line name
they're
like that,
doing a good job.
exactly. And got a question here. Fred Butts and Maurice Martin pretty much kind of asked the same question. What do you think the chances are for the Falcons against Buffalo? And and, and how can we attack and play solid defense? This matchup is going to be tough. What y'all
I
thinking
don't
on?
think
What
it.
y'all think on the
I don't
matchup?
think it. I don't think Buffalo is that great to be honest. Offensively, I think they just have an all world quarterback just paying out of his dang on mind.
Hmm.
Cook is playing well. Also, they run the ball. They do a good job of controlling the clock. That they don't put too much pressure on that defense. But I don't think the Bills are one of them teams you should be terrified of. Well, as far as Atlanta Falcons are concerned, like I just think the Falcons have all the pieces defensively. Obviously, with the running backs, Michael Penix continue to grow, but like I said, I'm just not afraid. I'm not afraid of the Bucs.
We just got to score often, man. Like we cannot go in the red zone and just come away with 3 points. You gotta
No,
Yeah,
red zone. You better score 7
it
because
better.
our defense is good, but we cannot. We got to extend drives and Josh keep Josh Allen on that sideline.
yeah.
We can win the time of possession of this game and actually score points. We should be fine. We should be
Mm.
fine. But also, coaches got a game plan. They asses off. They need a game plan like Arthur Blank go come down there and fire their ass if they don't.
I
And
say you
that's
don't want
exactly
to.
where I was gonna go with it, brother. I was gonna go the same route with this brother right here. What's that? Damon Honey 81. If they run the damn ball and they drain that clock, because you
Uh,
got a young, I'm pretty much considering this a rookie type quarterback, because in the second
uh,
year early in the season, still kind of like a rookie. So they run that ball, man, and keep them on the sidelines. That's typical NFL 101 when you got a young quarterback and you got a decent team with a shot to win, with a shot to win. And this is one of those games for Buffalo. I'm not going to say it's a trap game, but this is one of those games that Buffalo can easily lose early in the season. You really don't know what type of Atlanta squad you're going to see out there on the field.
They rested.
Atlanta is middle right now as far they're not underachieving. They're 2-2. They could very well be 3-1. Uh, I think they're going to get a little bit more resistance from Atlanta, especially being at home. When Buffalo was at home, if this was the other way around and it was in Buffalo, I'm picking the Bills. But with them being on the road, and if they execute that game plan that you just presented, they have a favorable chance to win this game with the running backs that they got. It all goes down to the running backs playing defense, keeping that guy on the other sideline sitting, and they got a chance to win this game. Man, these guys are skilled elite athletes. So any given play, man, one of these guys can break out. Like it's unbelievable how talented these guys are, man. So it's the coaching. They need to have a good game plan around and let these players thrive. And I watched that Buffalo game against the Ravens, and watch Buffalo's not unbeatable. I mean, they got holes in their system as well, man. I don't think Buffalo's. We'll see. We'll see about them later, because all that matters with them is if they can get past the Chiefs. So we'll see with Buffalo, man. If it's all song and dance and out in the second round with them again this year. So we'll see.
yeah, because like I said, pretty much everybody in the chat saying Buffalo Bills ranked 31st against the run defensively. Okay, so here's a good question right here. Where do y'all rank Amon Ross St. Brown and Drake London amongst the wide receivers in the NFL?
Shoot, shoot at the damn near at the top. They got to be top 10.
Mm, mm.
I'm in St. Brown's had 100 catches. How many years straight? Like
Man,
almost
About,
like
about,
three or
about
4 years
about
straight.
3 years straight right now.
Yeah, that's an elite receiver. Like
Okay,
that's unexplained. You don't even got to explain that. Drake
right.
London got some ways to go, but his talent, man, his talent is there. He may not have the consistency, the numbers just yet, but Drake London is a talented receiver, man.
The reason why Omaron is great is better. I can say better than Drake right now is because of the coaching staff. Y'all have a good development system up there in Detroit. We don't have that here. For, as far as the wide receiver core, we don't have that here.
Not yet anyway.
Yep.
Now,
But speak.
I was gonna say, now you got to hold on that one, because you also got J Mo, two tight ends Laporta and this Tesla cat that they just drafted. You
Mr.
got
Mr. One Hand Catch, man.
yeah. So you got these guys that help open up. I mean, we can only defend so many different weapons on defense. The other team. So with that passing attack, this is really helping St. Brown really come, really break out with those underneath, and he does a lot of those dirty work slant routes and goes through the middle, which in the NFL, not every man likes to do is go through the middle. So he's getting a lot of those catches through the middle, and he's got the gadget guy, the guy that goes in and fills in the gaps to where they need it. So Drake, on the other hand, that's a deep ball threat. That's get the first downs, intermediate throw, can take it to the. I mean, that's a talented guy still. So I wouldn't slouch Drake either. He's on his way.
Yeah, it's not a slouch to him. It just we don't have the developmental system here, in Atlanta for the receivers. And everybody also, Kyle Pitts, everybody been talking about, they quickly to call him a bust, but you see now he's been playing better. But we
Yes.
have a better tight ends coach here, Cogger. You remember Cogger.
Yeah.
He's our tight end coach here in Atlanta.
He's not a bust. Drake London is not a bust.
I'm talking about Kyle Pitts.
Oh, okay, Kyle Pitts. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cogger just got here like last season, but you can see the progressions he's made now because of Cogger. And one
Okay.
thing about people they gotta understand, man, Michigan, man, we push out some tight ends.
Yes, we do. And they can play at the next level. If they're in the NFL, they can play because they can block. That's one thing of Michigan tight ends usually block, and that's what makes them favorable for the NFL. And that's why I think this Falcons team, if they're going to build that way, they're going the right direction with the way the future of the NFL is going. I think the running back is back. You remember they tried to die off the running back, and
Mm-hmm.
now I think now they see, okay, teams are
Yes,
caught
I
up with
wholeheartedly
this
agree.
4,000, 5,000 yard seasons in passing. Teams are starting to catch up. So now let's switch it up and go back to the running game. So those blocking tight ends, those become a luxury, man, if you can get one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Louis, what's up, Uncle Louis? What's going on, man?
So
Louis Algier,
I
what's
got
up,
Oh,
Unc?
I got
oh,
another for you,
Dirty
man.
Lou in the building. Shout out. Y'all don't know who that is? That Unk.
Hmm.
And who is that Unk too, Mike?
Tyler. I call him the Juggernaut, but Tyler Algier, man.
Uncle Lou. So what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he messed me up because like I said, I actually had a question and I lost it.
I got a question real quick.
Go ahead, man.
So Aiden Hutchinson, do you think he's in the running for being defensive player of the year right now?
He's damn sure. I mean, I wouldn't say right now. He hasn't. I mean, coming off that injury, of course. I think last year it was without a doubt.
It was him. Yeah.
It was without a doubt last year. This year, we got to see a little bit more. Still kind of early. He is, he's playing well. You're not going to say he's not playing well, but it's just a little too early right now.
Yeah, he had that strip sack fumble last
Mhm.
this past game. And I'm
And,
like,
and what I mean by that, in case somebody's thinking, I just mean this guy just came off an injury. So let's make sure he's healthy. I'm meaning that if he plays, if he plays the way he do. I think they said the last 9 games, this guy is ranked first with pressures, sacks out of anybody in the last 9 games. Of course, the stat is skewed because he was injured. But when he's on the field, the last 9 games, this guy is first in sacks, first in tackle for like, the stats are pretty in line for a defensive type of player. So he's back on that level. Now he just has to stay healthy throughout the whole season to get that award.
Mm.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah. Because I know. My bad. let me just get this quick point out because I was gonna say and like Aiden Hutchinson, coming into that draft. I know because in that draft, what was it? What the motherfucker that got drafted before him?
Trevor
Ooh,
Walker.
Aiden,
you talking about
Trey-
Thibodeau or what's his
no,
name from he went to New
cause that
York.
was kind of a stat draft. That was a stat
It
draft
was
Yeah,
for edge rushers that
talking
year.
about Trayvon Walker. It was Trayvon.
Trayvon Walker, and I know that was kind of like the controversial pick right there because they know what the hell he was going to be. Was so far he's averaging about 8 to 10 sacks a year in Jacksonville, so it's panning out to him. But how did you feel that Jacksonville passed up on that the sure thing, which was Aiden Hutchinson for the project, and then like you said, you pretty much got the hometown kid. You kind of felt like that was just a blessing in disguise on a multitude of things.
somebody messed up, and in the NFL, usually people get fired for that because I think that kid showed every sign of what he was going to do. What they show that infamous, which we like to point out to those Buckeye fans out there, that infamous bowled over that offensive lineman, in that game in the snow, where he just
Oh,
bowls that dude over. And I get it, because what's that movie called? Great White Hype. And
Mm-hmm.
when people see a guy like
Oh
that
boy.
who comes into a school, he's all world, coming out of a NFL family, NFL guys, man, they're just as biased some of these guys, NBA guys too. They're just as biased as some of these fans, man. Looking at these, they think too damn much. That's why they be getting fired. They think too much. They get in there looking at stuff that don't got nothing to do with playing and make stupid ass decisions as far as what they're going to get for their players. And you look back and you're like, why didn't we get this guy? And then somebody totally should be fired for that, because this dude is coming to the NFL, and besides an injury, I'm damn sure I'm glad he's on my team, because this guy has done nothing but produce. I mean, you cannot ask for nothing better for a first round pick. You can't ask for nothing better than what Hutch is doing for the team, man. Like, he's been out there doing his damnedest out there. So Jacksonville, you can fire somebody got it fired for missing that pick.
they fell in love. Jacksonville, they fell in love with the combine with Walker's numbers at the combine, and some people said that Walker won a national championship, Hutch didn't, and I'm like, okay, that's not a way you scout a player. Like, winning championships is a team effort. It's not a player effort.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, like,
especially in college.
like,
Great.
like
Pre
I
NIL, that was pre NIL too, by the way.
yeah.
So I mean, no teams weren't spreading that money around like that. So
When you have a guy, and that's the thing with Hutch, man. When you have a guy who, and he played on a Michigan team that was, the first couple of years of his career there, like we got our asses beat by Ohio State. Okay, cool. But his last season in 2021, this dude guaranteed that we were going to beat Ohio State, and that we didn't. It wasn't a close game. Everybody, if you watch that game in 2021, like, we dominated their asses. And Hutch, Ojabo, those guys, man, bruh, they were not laying off. We,
Oh,
we
done. Get over it. Why don't you get a new show? Why don't you two just get a Michigan show?
you know what? I'm glad you said that, man, because you know what? We are gonna start a new Michigan show, man.
Oh wow, this dude here.
See,
That's the new surprise, y'all.
so that's the new tagline, you guys. Me and Pen Game starting next week after the heavy hitters. We're gonna go live. The show's gonna call The Valiant Boys.
Okay. The
It'll be
Valiant Boys.
sports, for 30 minutes. if anybody, interested in joining in, we appreciate y'all coming on and just talking Michigan football, man.
Yeah, and I like to come. I wanted to come on here today, just because of the simple fact that I like living in many different places growing up, and just being a fan of the game. I mean, we ain't winning the championship every year, man. Rather it's Michigan and definitely with Detroit. So you get used to watching you get used to watching other teams. You get
Right.
used to rooting for other players and watching other teams. So I'm definitely a fan of sports. I played football and basketball in college, so I really enjoy talent. I really enjoy talent that jumps off the screen. And I'm a fan of good players, man. I just want to see them in the best position. And some of these coaches be dropping the ball, man.
Yeah. Dre, we haven't heard anything on Natron Brooks. They haven't really reported anything like that. Like you said, 9 out of 10, he probably got a concussion or something like that. But like I said, we can only speculate on that right now. Um, not John.
I've always been I was always been a slick enjoyer. I want to say a fan of the Detroit Lions. I mean, obviously Kev know why he was kind of following the Detroit
Well,
Lions.
you got 2 players that went to Tech, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons why I was really watching them. I mean, obviously outside of Barry Sanders, but like you had some pretty good defenders throughout the years, linebackers, a lot of defense. I mean, the most notable of them all, the cheap shot artist, and one of the greatest defensive linemen
Sue,
/ defensive tackles. And you know who you ain't
yeah,
look, you know
yep.
exactly who we
Sue,
talking about.
Dominican Sue. At Nebraska, that
Yeah,
dude might have had one of the most dominating college football seasons ever. He
yeah,
was
that
a
dude was
monster at
different, man.
Nebraska, man.
Yeah, cause I about to say, wasn't he damn near in the running for the Heisman that year before he got drafted?
That dude was slamming quarterbacks down, man.
Yeah.
Literally WWE style, slamming quarterbacks down that year.
Like, I don't know
Dude
how
was
you not a
ridiculous.
fan of him, boy.
but
Oh shoot.
but like you said, as Falcon fans, like you said, man, and with him being a Detroit fan, he kind of understand kind of going through that
Oh, boy.
grinding process of, like you said, trying to find that quarterback and stuff. Because, like you said, for those that may not know, right around the Vic era for us,
You
where
gotta respect it. You
you
gotta
got to,
respect it because the Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
fan base, y'all have to be patient because
Mhm.
when it's not always gold, man. Because that's what I said. I definitely appreciate good football when I see it because I've seen so much bad football. Y'all have at least made it to the Super Bowl. I know, I know. I don't want to bring that up to Falcon fans, but I mean, damn, when you a Lions fan, we can't talk shit to y'all for losing that damn game. Y'all made it to the damn game.
yeah,
So shit, we
yeah.
28-3. That should, we was like, damn, Falcons got it. So I've never talked shit to Falcon fans about none of that because we haven't even made it. So at
Mhm.
least there is some type of no people aren't incompetent over there to where y'all can't at least get that team to the Super Bowl. And I think with that division, y'all have a chance to be right back in the mix
Mm-hmm.
of it real
Yeah.
soon. That division's not tough. I wouldn't be a disgruntled fan base. Y'all can be what close to 500 and win that division this year.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Wow.
it
Almost beat
10 and
them.
7 or 11 and whatever? Y'all can be right there and just steal some games that y'all not supposed to win, like this Buffalo game. Get a couple of these type of games right here next week with this Buffalo game where you got the clear advantage on running the ball, steal some of these games, and that'll make these Falcons, up in there in the 11 win. Because I want to come on here when y'all play the Bucks. That's when I want to come on here and talk Atlanta when y'all play the Bucks because I don't like the Bucks. I don't like Tampa Bay.
Oh,
I
wait.
know why. I know why you don't like because Tampa
Joanne
Bay.
You
KK
know
style.
why I don't
They
like
used,
Tampa
No,
Bay.
they,
man.
they used to be in the Central Division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. John here said the Lions and Browns fans are the most long-suffering fans in the NFL.
Man, boy.
But hold on. Let me paint this picture for y'all. Okay, so right around the early 2000s, while we had Michael Vick, the Detroit Lions had a man who
Oh my God! Don't you say it?
Falcon fans should be familiar with this game because he played with us for one season, and
Woo,
that
boy.
was
Joey Harrington.
there. You go.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Now
Oh
Hey,
boy.
look at his face.
I think I follow Lions football a lot because de facto because I'm a Michigan fan. So it's
Right.
like they didn't Millen, whatever the GM name was.
Matt
Yeah,
Millen.
he didn't do no favors of drafting linemen for the Lions. He always draft every year as a receiver. They drafted. I'm like, bro, they don't need receivers. They need they need protection up front. That's what Barry.
They-
That's one of the reasons why Barry fucking retired early, man. Like, bro,
yeah.
get best lineman.
So yeah. So the reason why I bring that up is kind of letting the Falcon fans know. A lot of time, like you said, and that was right around that time where offensively they were still trying to find their identity. Like you said, bring in a Joey Harrington. You drafted Charles Rogers. You think Charles Rogers going to be
Oh
that
man,
one, but
I really thought he was gonna
he
be
kept he kept getting hurt and it wouldn't stay healthy. You drafted Roy Williams. Roy Williams panned out pretty well, but like I said, didn't work out in the long run. Then you followed up with Mike Williams. Lord, we don't want to talk about that part. So, like you said, like you said, as a Lions fan, and like John St. Clair, as a Lions fan, as a Bears fan, right now, the Lions fans right now are in a good place because, like you said, they've seen so much bad football, and they went through so many identity crisis changes that now that they're winning, like I said, they got enough moxie to pump their chest. Am
Y'all
I
can
right,
never,
my brother?
and I would never do that though. That's the thing. When you 0-16, I would never pound on
Yeah,
my chest.
y'all forgot. Yeah, they went through an 0-16 season too.
Oh, I would never pound my chest, and I would never make fun of another fan base with the when being a Lions fan because you just they got to show me. Even if they win this year, they got to keep doing. They got to keep showing me, man, because we've lost for so long that you just you still have PTSD. You know, they lose. Watch the Lions fan base. I don't want to say that because I don't want them to start losing. But if you lose a game or two that they shouldn't lose, you see all type of fire this, change that, do this because they having PTSD.
Look, man, I saw it after week one, but look, I remember the playoff
Yeah,
game,
after week one.
the divisional game last. I was so upset, man, because we was all watching it. That's what we do, we during playoffs, especially because we sometimes for the past several years we're on the outside looking in anyway, so we just on the call watching the game together, and we saw the Lions. They all took a good start, and y'all just let Washington run away with the game. And it's like, damn, like Washington was not supposed to win this damn game.
No,
So
exactly. Hey y'all, man, y'all keep putting your questions in there, man. Keep putting your questions. Like I said, be Falcons related, Lions related, NFL related, college football related. Hey man, like I said, man, we just free flowing today.
Michigan,
We'll talk. If they ask them, we'll talk about them because we know more than just Lions and Falcons too. You know, we
Right.
know a lot more than just those two teams. So y'all ask them, we answer.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So since we kind of free flowing this thing, um, we get a little bit to the college football side of things, man. Because like I said, um, what is it? Mike, Georgia fan. Like I said, Don, Penn Game, Michigan fans. Got Jew, Auburn fan, me a Tech fan, man.
Can,
So
can,
how's
can,
everybody?
can I make a correction? I'm a Georgia fan that just so happens to support Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're talking about primary.
I
We
just
talking about
wanted to put some spice on it because Georgia fans get on my damn nerves. You already know that.
exactly. So, how's everybody feeling after this weekend? How they feel? Everybody feel about their team after this weekend, man?
Let you go first, man.
Yeah,
Oh boy, how I'm feeling after last weekend. Oh boy,
go ahead,
y'all
G.
know how it is. Y'all know how it is being an Auburn fan. But look, I'm gonna take y'all back 2 weekends. I told y'all I was gonna talk about that Oklahoma game where we got robbed in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the start of the game off in the first quarter, where guy clearly catches the ball, fumbles the ball, we pick it up and score. They go back and review it, give them the ball back, no fumble. When it's evident, dude caught the ball, turned upfield, fumbled the ball. We clear recovery, take it back to the house. They take the points off the board. Then later on in the game, you do the double reverse, try to pass it to Cam Coleman. Dude, snatch him out the air. Clear, you can see clear as day. Now, mind you, the ref is trying to run. His back is turned to the play. He's trying to run and catch up with the players down the field. So clearly he didn't see that it was clear pass interference, but that's why you have your other refs and officials out there watching the game with you. And that's why you have review. Dude clearly snatches them out the air. So there's so many points taken off the board in that game. Now, this last game, it's starting to, sink in that Jackson Arnold, our quarterback, I see why Oklahoma allowed him to transfer to Auburn. Yeah, he one of them guys that's a one read and run quarterback. I
Oh,
just come to
Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett. He's Stetson Bennett.
yeah, I didn't come to the realization that he can't really read a defense. God bless his heart. I kind of want to see what our freshmen can do that we have right now that's on the bench. But I don't think we're gonna see the young freshman quarterback this year for his safety. But as you guys know what Auburn's all about. Good running backs, defense. We seem to always mess it up when it comes to the passing game and the quarterback position. That's what's been holding this team back for the last decade or so. But Cam Coleman, we got us one. If y'all watch any of the Auburn games, he gonna be a stud in the NFL, man. Dude is special. When you talk about all the route from the route tree, stop and start, go up and get the ball with his hands. Dude is special, man. Cam Coleman is gonna be special. He gonna definitely play on Sundays, and he gonna be one of those guys who's gonna be a top 10 wide receiver when he gets in the league. He's only a sophomore right now. He was a freshman playing last year, and he was balling. But if we had a quarterback that could actually get him the ball consistently, he could be one of those ones, man. I mean, he has Heisman potential. He's that good if he was on a better team. So my prayer is that he doesn't transfer because the Auburn's not getting his full potential. He's a guy that should be up there with when you talk about the Ryan
Ryan
Williams.
Williams. Yep.
Yeah, when you talk about those type of guys, Cam Coleman has that type of explosiveness, and he's that type of player. But he's sitting at 3-2, so better than we've been the last couple years. But man, we just can't get the quarterback position right. I mean, Jackson Arnold, he came in, he showed me what he could do. I thought he was a little bit better as far as reading defenses and being able to throw the ball. But after last week against Texas A&M, watching him, for whatever reason, he holds on to the ball too long. He doesn't know how to throw the ball away. He takes way too long to read the field. I'm like, hey, look, if it's one-on-one to Cam Coleman down there somewhere, just throw the ball up and give him an opportunity to make a play. Don't take an unnecessary sack. His biggest problem this year is he's holding on to the ball. I think he was sacked last week like 6 or 7 times. And in Oklahoma, he was sacked about 6 or 7 times. That's not on your offensive line. That's on the quarterback.
Well, as far as Tech, we kind of skated by this past weekend. Definitely I think my sake game, damn near the row, slow start. They finally decided to turn it up in the second half, like you said, which didn't surprise me at all. But like you said, that's one of the things about Tech right now is you got, and Mike, what do I call it? You got the good Haynes King, and you got the
And
bad Haynes King.
oh boy, he is so frustrating.
And the thing about it is it's always a slow start, but like you said, you will get the good Haynes King. And speaking of a guy that will be playing on Sunday, the running back Jamal Haynes is definitely a stud in himself. But hey, whew, we skated by, man. I'm just saying we skated by the skin of their damn teeth, man. Um, Defense, they turned it up in the second half. Like you said, I think this is just one of those cases where we kind of played down to the competition, and we just we let them dictate the game early instead of just taking over. That just being dominant from the start. But they got it together in the second half, and we ended up with the dub. So we got Virginia Tech coming up next. So this about to be very interesting for Tech. Um, Don, fan game. Let us know how you feel about kind of after this
About
weekend.
who?
We had
Okay.
about
Well, I was
Yeah, okay,
watching all the. I was
y'all had the
watching.
bye week. Okay, y'all had the
Yeah, I
bye
was
week.
watching
we had
everybody else. I was watching,
But
USC, Illinois, the Penn State game. I watched. Of course, peeked in on the Buckeyes against Washington.
okay,
Watched. I like watching a lot of the SEC games, especially the night ones where LSU played. Uh, that game was real good. I didn't see the Georgia Tech one because I was in the middle of traveling. I couldn't get a chance to see all of them, but I'm seeing a lot of inconsistency, man. And like you said, as far as reading the damn defense, my term for it is college quarterback. Whenever you get
mm,
one of them quarterbacks that can't read, all they can do is, run a little bit. First read, I'll call them college quarterbacks. That can win you some games, maybe get you a bowl game, but they ain't getting picked, first, second round, maybe
right,
not the whole draft. They might be a free agent signee or something. And those guys just aren't going to get you national championship level depending on the development of the team. If they're earlier year player, then they can develop into that. So you kind of got what you got, and you got to have the other rest of the team built around. But it's good. People told this to Michigan fans when we first started doing this playoff thing. I'm like, guys, this is not the typical college football anymore, where everybody is ready to pack it up after 1 week. Now that you get extended this thing out, you're basically. I mean, who do we see in there? SMU was in the playoffs last year. You
mm-hmm,
know, man.
Arizona.
Thank you, man. You could easily see Georgia Tech and some of these teams sliding up in there, man. If they could just manage to win, just
Mm-hmm.
keep it. Could
mm-hmm,
be ugly. They might not advance, but they could. It's now. If you're in the Power Five, you have a chance to get in the playoffs. You just
right,
have to, what they say, survive and advance. So, especially in the SEC in these top conferences, these guys got to get better all across the board. All teams, they got to get better. So we're still up, all of us, all of our fan bases. I'm looking at it as I wouldn't feel too comfortable with what we got. Michigan, we have a problem with receiving right now. We have a secondary that's young. We have offensive line that's trending forward, and we got an 18-year-old freshman quarterback. So there's going to be some growing pains in between. We haven't had them yet, but I'm just leaving that era of caution open so I don't get my hopes up. So I'm not up there no national championship. That's preposterous to be thinking that.
And chill.
And Heisman and all of that. So I
cool.
see everybody's in the same boat. I don't see any superior teams, man.
It's just
Of
talent, talent
course, Sam.
spread
Of
across.
course, Sam coming here with that.
Yeah, talent spread across the board, man. Like with the NIL deals, like any player can be bought now. So it's not like every player just trying to go to a team because of the prestige or just because you'll win the championship with the coach. It's about, okay, well, this team gonna offer me this much money, so I'm about to go on and just take my talent here. So, but just going back to Michigan, man, we had a bye week this week. And my main thing coming in this game against Wisconsin this Saturday, man, we cannot look past Wisconsin. I just hope the coaching staff does not look past Sharome's coming back from his 2-game suspension. Um, We just don't need to look because we're everybody keep talking about USC because we play USC after this week, and I'm like, okay,
Okay.
let's focus on Wisconsin,
I
and then
said the same thing, man. Why are they doing that?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Wisconsin is they are trending up. Like Wisconsin is building them slowly but surely, building them a team. They like Nebraska, they slowly but surely building that team. I can see them, in a couple of years trying to, be contenders for the Big Ten title. So
Yeah.
like again, man, like let's focus on Wisconsin. Let's they coming in Ann Arbor homecoming weekend. You know, let's beat their asses, and then we fly to Southern California and see what we gonna do. And I know a lot of
Got the
people worried.
freshman quarterback.
I'm not worried about USC. I'm not. If we win, we win. But last year, Kalen Mullins, the running back we had last year, he gave them the business. Now we got Hayes. Like this man, Justice Hayes, this man is better than doggone Mullins. You know, like our run game is always gonna be solid, man. And I know USC just looking at their tape this year, they still have a problem stopping the run.
Yeah, Syracuse kind of gave him the business last week, so
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
so they
Damn.
get like I said, they could definitely be beat. We got Sam over, and Mike, like I about to say, like you said, as we know, we got majority of our fan base of this show is Georgia fans, so I
Who
know.
was the no name team that they lost to?
No. He talking about the no name quarterback. He talking about Ty Simpson.
Oh yeah. Oh
He talking
yeah.
about Ty
Okay.
Simpson.
That
But
So
motherfucker
look,
look like
Okay.
Tom Brady on the damn field.
I
I'm
gotta
like, good
understand.
God, man.
I was like, damn, man, Alabama, I mean, I know they're not
yeah,
doing Alabama things, but damn,
yeah,
they ain't a no name team.
They
But
do
yeah.
that
but
every
one thing
time.
about the bull,
Every time Georgia plays Alabama, Kirby forgets how. Look, man, I told Kill this. I say that man throwing that game. He throw every time. Every time when we play Alabama, he just gets stupid.
People thought I was tripping when I said, I'm gonna tell y'all what I said about the Oklahoma game. And I was like, man, I was like, did y'all see that handshake at the end of the game? And people was like, yeah, we
Uh,
saw it. I said, man, my man, I said, when do you see coaches do a dap, separate, come back and dap up? And I said, one of my homeboys that I grew up with, man, I used to stay over there at their house a lot. His mother was from Natchez, Mississippi. So
oh
she
no, I
used to always have this terminology that she used to say. She used to always say, you cheesing like a mule eating hot shit. And Brett Brett Venables was cheesing like a mule eating hot shit when he was dapping up with Sharon Moore, man. And I was like, I said, I said that was that dap where you like, hey man, house don't gotta go on the market, man. House don't gotta go on the market because Brett Venables is about to get canned. So I was saying that I was screaming that out loud on the low, and people's like, nah. I was like, man. I've been involved in the music business, man. It has ruined my trust for anything. So I said I believe anything is possible when it comes to stuff. So I wouldn't put it past you that Kirby just dropping the ball and getting the check. But yeah, we'll move on.
Wow,
you had to get that out.
wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. But yeah, like you said, man, it's just one of those things. It was a close game, but I think it was just a lot of best plays in that game. Like you said, you had the wide open touchdown drop by the receiver, in which Truth, Truth doing his thing, but he was said that Georgia needs to abolish the number 11 for the wide receivers because it always seems like they dropping passes. And you also had a boneheaded unsportsmanlike conduct thing where the play was dead. And you had what was his name? Robinson the fourth decide he wanted to act like Danny Bateman from the Replacements after the play was dead,
oh yeah.
It's a
which
lot of that going on. Even our team, there's a lot of that going on right
But
now.
but one thing I can say about the board, man, he's gonna have his quarterback ready to play, man. Like the man, he's one of those coaches now that and that's I think that's one of the why Alabama hired him, because Alabama, they want to continue that trend of drafting quarterbacks in the first round. Remember, they had Jalen was there, but Jalen, we know, graduated from Oklahoma. You had forgot the dude name that got that
Tua, you got dude that
Right.
played for the
Tua,
Patriots.
Tua, and then the dude that got drafted for the Patriots. I forgot his name. I forgot this. That my mind after a certain time, my
Mac
mind.
Jones.
Mac Jones.
Jones.
So yeah, they done had, and then you Bryce Young. So you got all these They've been pushing out these quarterbacks. So look, the board, you know, they brought him in. Look what USC did with Lincoln Riley. They snatched him up out of Oklahoma and brought him to USC because USC want to be that school again to pump out quarterbacks in the NFL. That's money. That's money. For, look what Michigan just did with JJ McCarthy. Like, this is the first quarterback we done had drafted in the first round since Jim Harbaugh. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Yeah. Real talk.
40 years ago. Quarterback, that's the thing now. The college football now is like quarterbacks is a hot commodity right now. Look what we did now with Bryce Underwood. Like, everybody trying to build an arsenal of quarterbacks to see if they can get drafted in the first round, and keep that procedure going. Because if you got a good quarterback in your program, man, that's going to bring the recruits in too, on top of the NIL money.
Speaking
I
of
don't
quarterback,
see Kirby dropping too many more games, though. Man, like y'all said, maybe it's an Alabama thing.
Yeah.
I don't see
don't.
Kirby dropping too many games, though.
Yeah, well, we beat Bama twice. I understand it was a different coach each time, but we still beat that brand twice in 1 year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
true.
you can't really say nothing about that. But speaking of quarterback, I know this is gonna be way off subject here, but what the hell's going on with this Dylan Raiola dude who's trying to steal this Patrick Mahomes swag shit?
Bruh,
I don't know
straight
what's
This
wrong
shit.
with that dude, man. Like he got like something wrong with him. Boy.
But straight late. But I'm glad we shut his ass down, man. They
It,
like we went to Lincoln, Nebraska, and shut his ass down. And the whole game, I had to pause. I don't know if I know you watched the game, Penn game, but I had to mute the TV. They just kept glazing over the.
Yeah, they were glad. Yeah, it was terrible, man. It was terrible. Like they kept talking about this kid, and I'm like, dude, you need your own personality, bro. Like
He
doing that
wearing
in
his
high
clothes,
school.
trying to wear his hair. Like I'm like, bro, what are you?
Yeah,
Are you off? Something wrong with
you a
you,
grown
bro?
I'm, look,
man.
I'm looking at this now. I'm like, wait, I'm like, you doing the mannerisms? You sit here doing the celebration. You got
My
the
man
sleeve,
doing the
the
jumping
head.
up
They
and
had the first
everything,
of the
bro.
season. They had the first game of the season playing at Arrowhead Stadium. Now,
Yes.
I lived in Missouri. All right, Kansas City is on the border of the Missouri River of Kansas and Missouri. All right, Lincoln, Nebraska is a good drive. It's
Yes.
a good little drive. So my thing is, why y'all? And they playing against Cincinnati. I'll see if they're playing against Missouri or Kansas, some regional team in that area. You're playing against Cincinnati. Why y'all have them playing in Arrowhead? And my thoughts had to kind of be, okay, well, they trying to compare him to Patrick Mahomes, and then Cincinnati is now a playoff rival with Pat Mahomes. Because you remember, like, Cincinnati has been the only team to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs in the AFC.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, motherfucker. Who are you? Your name is not Patrick Mahomes. Who the hell is you?
He said Rayola balling right now, bro. We done sacked that man like 8 times in that game. Stop. We sacked him how many times? Like 7 or 8 times. Everybody got to sack
They
that game.
got to him 7 times, man. And I mean, the plays that he had success on, that was our defense fucking up. You know, that was our defense out there messing
Look,
up.
We
We
kept
shouldn't
blitzing.
have.
Like,
And then,
we trying to send the house because one thing about Wink he gonna send the house. And Rayola, he was trying to hurry up and get the ball out quick. So when our DBs when they weren't covering their man good, that's when he just released the ball.
well, shit, really, he had under 200 yards if you really look at it, because that 50 plus Hail Mary, that shouldn't have been completed. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody goes for the ball and knocks it down. I don't know what the hell our safeties and DBs, and we got TJ Guy at a DT out there running on a damn Hail Mary play. I don't understand that logic at all. So you got a lineman back there, defending a Hail Mary. That play should have never even counted. So you put on 55 yards to his total, and then he got another play that was questionable. He really only had like 200. I think his over was like over like two something, over like 250 or 225 was his over on most of the gambling apps. So those two plays right there really put him over that, but he didn't play that well. They're glazing him down like, oh, he's such a good. I'm like, I can't get over the Mahomes stuff, man. I just can't get over that. Like, dude, you need your own identity, man. Like, dude, you go out, I'm a young man, you go out on a town, you got your woman. Like, I don't want my woman comparing me to another man, yeah. I want to be my own man at the end of the
Bro,
day.
that's weird, man.
Bro, that
Like
shit. So that
this dude dad played in the NFL. Dude, at least I want to be like Pops, at least, but another man? Like, come on, man.
like I said, that shit is so bad. That motherfucker done took the Patrick Mahomes gestures of getting close to the line of scrimmage. You know how he always had his hands up and stuff. And he took that shit. I said, yeah, there's an obsession here, and that it's
Yeah.
a sick obsession. And I don't think a lot of people really feeling that right now.
It ain't
Uh,
working at the next level because he ain't Patrick Mahomes. It ain't working at the next
That's
level,
for
brother.
sure.
cause you said that's Dominic Raiola's boy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I had to make sure because I had to think about that last down. Like, okay, yeah, yeah. He keep playing like that. These motherfuckers hit his ass, but he gonna be transferred. He gonna be transferred here the next year or two. Um,
Yep.
so we ain't got much going on. It's already about 10:30, so we're gonna go ahead and pass the buck and let everybody have the rest of their night. So, fellas, gonna let y'all get y'all final words in. Peg Gang, appreciate you coming on talking ball with us, man. And and for those that don't know, and for those that didn't hear, there's a new show coming on. We gonna let him be done promote it one more time for those in the back that didn't hear. But final words, y'all, man. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Y'all had a flow.
All right, so next Wednesday after the heavy hitters, soon after the heavy hitters go off the air, we will be going live. Me and Pen Game. Our show is called The Valiant Boys. I know y'all. Well, why are you calling it Valiant? If you know the Michigan fight song, the first line here,
Nobody knows it.
and I'm about to say,
No. They just know the melody. They don't know the words of the
Dang,
song.
Mike, why you
Nobody
had to do that
knows it.
like that? Why
Nobody
you
knows
had to do that like that? Why they came out the woodwork and said,
because I
nobody
said,
knows
who the hell is what the hell is the value? That's what I asked him. I said, all right. Yeah.
look,
Right now.
Google is free. All right, here.
Ain't nobody Googling no damn Michigan and Georgia but you, okay?
Hey, and I'm always look. I already told my mama if somehow she outlived me, the make sure my casket has maize and blue
This
in it.
this dude here, boy. This dude is incredible. This dude incredible.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. What's your final words for the night, man?
Man, my final words is everybody across college football be easy. It's a lot of overreaction going on in some of these fan bases, and some of y'all teams are not gonna make it. So just keep it a buck. Some of these teams are not gonna make it because the infrastructure of the way they're putting this together and the money is not there. Because now it's a money game, but developing matters. Relax. Let
Yeah.
these like some of these Alabama fans, man, was going off the deep end early, and look, they get a quality win and two wins after that debacle, and now it's quiet over there in Tuscaloosa. So just relax, chill out, give it to about week 6, week 7 when these playoff rankings come out, and just pay attention to the playoff rankings because whoever's doing the AP and the coaches poll don't know what it's either some money being exchanged or they're trying to hype up these TV games, these ranking games to get ratings. So that's what we have a lot going on in college football. So just any team could win. I think it's very even with the talent being dispersed across the NCAA and the NFL. We're about to see some fireworks in the NFL. We don't even know who's a favorite team right now. So let's just see this thing unfold, and y'all come back here in a few weeks, and then we definitely talk, and we have more of a roundabout way of who we think can pull this off.
Okay,
Hopefully.
okay, definitely. Jew, man, what you got? What you got for the people, man?
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, Pin Game. I definitely gonna check out y'all new show. But it was a pleasure having you on the show tonight, talking ball. But I'ma
Appreciate you.
just mess with the Alabama fans. Y'all know as an Auburn fan, I'm always gonna be on their neck. So we're gonna put y'all out y'all misery. Don't worry about it.
Y'all
Y'all
should
see
have
the
beat them.
playoff this
Y'all should
year.
have beat them last year. Y'all should have beat
That's
them last year, man. That
Yeah.
cost me
that's
some money.
right. We owe them one, so we're gonna put them out their misery, Pin Game. So I ain't gonna give them no hope. Y'all just wait for it. We're gonna beat y'all this year. Make sure y'all don't. We're gonna make sure if we don't do nothing else, we're gonna make sure that's our Super Bowl. We're gonna be the Panthers against the Falcons this year when they beat us 30-0. That's their Super Bowl every year. So we're gonna make sure that's our playoff
do,
game when we play y'all.
do y'all got them at Jordan? Are you at Jordan Hare this year with them, or is it in
I
Tuscaloosa?
think it's in Jordan there. So yeah, we're gonna make sure that our
Ah,
defense cooking too. Yeah, we waiting on y'all boys. The
it's
no
gonna be a
name
tough
quarterback,
game
we
for
ready for him.
Alabama.
Yeah,
Tough for
oh,
DeBoer. He lose that one. They gonna be packing his bags out of town if he lose that one.
yeah, and we owe them one. So I love to mess with the Roll Tide fans. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna end the night. Is we ready to smoke on that what they say, smoking that Alabama pack this year.
Yeah, Alabama pack.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, look. These gonna be this college football season been fun, boy. Got that, boy.
Fireworks.
Clemson look like shit.
Everybody loves that. Everybody loves
We
that.
should have, man.
Dabo
We should have
Told
Sweeney
talked
on the
everybody,
about
verge to
that.
get fired.
I told everybody
That's
with
what we
Brent
should have talked
Venables,
about. We
with
should
Brent,
have talked about Dabo. We should have talked about that. We missed that one. We missed
but
that one. That one would have good.
yeah, but I told everybody, like I told Clemson fans didn't want to listen. I said when Brent Venables left to go back to Oklahoma to be the head coach, their program was gonna go downhill. Because remember, Clemson had a defense. Like Clemson was all everybody on that defense, like from 2013 all the way up to what 2023. Players were getting drafted in the first round. They went to Clemson. The Vic Beasleys, the AJ, like hell, we drafted. We had almost all our defensive players were from Clemson.
Yeah.
That's the
Vic
pipeline.
Beasley, like AJ Terrell, Grady Jarrett. Yeah, we drafted him in the fifth round, but he went to Clemson too. Like it's a lot of Clemson players that came out of that defense because Brent Venables developed those guys. Now he's in Oklahoma. Dabo now he just he looks lost.
Look like he smoked dabs before each game, man. Like I said.
Hey man, he
And
bring your own guts must mean something different.
yeah, but people saying but
Refuses
here's
to
the thing.
change. That's his
But
problem.
But
He
but
refuses
here's
to
the
change.
problem with a lot of Clemson fans, and this is why I hate. This is the dumbest. This is why I don't talk football a lot. Clemson fans, they say, "Well, he's losing on purpose so he can go get the Bama job." I'm like, huh?
Oh, because he played at Alabama.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, he's not getting that Bama job, bro. He's not. He's not. Like,
But
like DeBoer is not going to lose his job this season. Like, even if he go winless the rest of the season, they not going to just fire that man.
exactly. Um, what you got, Mike?
Kirby is an idiot. Kirby is an idiot. I still haven't forgiven him for that bullshit we saw against Alabama. It's just like, dude,
What did he
always
do?
wait to the second quarter to
What did he
change.
do? Because I was flying, man. So I didn't what did Kirby Smart do in that
He
game
did
that just
absolutely nothing
The pop.
game?
defensively. It was like every wide receiver was wide open against Alabama, and I mean everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was wide
See,
open.
the problem was in that Georgia game. If you looked at the defensive side of the ball, they was literally crashing everything inside, and Alabama was taking everything outside, and they never
And I'm
made the
like,
adjustment.
that's why I say I feel like it. I feel personally, I have no proof of this, but it just seems like every time Alabama, don't matter who it is, he just he just turns into a complete idiot. Like I don't know what he thinks.
He's lost to Alabama quite a few times, man.
Yeah, and
You
that's why
might be
I'm saying
cooking
that's
right
like you
there.
can beat everybody, every school in the nation. You don't have this much trouble, but it's Alabama.
So he's you all's version of the SEC Ryan Day. I get it. I get it now. He's the SEC Ryan Day. Then I now I
Yeah,
totally understand.
Yeah,
yeah.
Win every
Lord,
other game but the big game.
That, but to get and that drives me insane.
Lord, yeah, that sounds about right. So, like I
I get
said,
it.
but like I said, man, we gonna get y'all nice back, man. We definitely appreciate it. We do have the 6-man convo coming up tomorrow. Don't know what the hell I'm gonna talk about. We're gonna figure some stuff out. Um, like I said, man, make sure you continue to support the channels. Mad Light Sports, Drew Talk
Mm-hmm.
Sports, 6MK Live, the Heavy Hitters Live. And like I said, be sure to tune in for the Valiant Boys. As you already know, man, we dabbing into some of this college football talk as well.
Yes, indeed.
So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to
Yes,
stay.
sir.
Oh yeah. Dig it. Oh, by the way, Macho Man got a documentary coming, a movie coming. Just
I'm on it. I'm on it.
I gotta see that.
I'm on it.
I gotta see that.
What
You
do
ain't
you
got.
know, brothers? Yeah, I'm on that.
You know, we got a document. You know, we got to review that.
Oh yeah.
We got to review that. Look,
I'm on that. I'm on that.
you see that? You see that? We already got a future show planned, so y'all already see it. So,
Yep.
hey man, you know how we say, Don, you ain't got to go home,
But you got to get out of here.
Up out of here.
we out here, y'all. Deuces.
Peace.
Y'all be good.
Yep. Peace, brothers.
Put your eyes back in your head.
I got like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.